Hello and welcome to Mailwright's next workshop. Today, we are going to be talking about how to make $100,000 in your first year as a real estate agent using digital marketing. We are going to talk about some of the traditional ways as well as existing digital ways and maybe even some new tips and tricks for you today. So I'm Adam Brown. I am co-founder and I'm here with the extraordinary Jonathan Denwood, who is the founder. Say hi, Jonathan.
Hi there, folks.
And we're excited to get into this with you today. Thanks for liking us, subscribing, and following. And let's get into the first point, which is how many conversations per week or per day or per month are you making? Let's dig into that.
Yeah, you're not gonna get to that 100 grand, folks, by being the invisible agent. You're only going to do it by having a certain amount of conversations each day. And some people will say, well, conversations that lead to leads. Yeah, that's what you really want. But just treat them as conversations. It's going to make it a bit easier for you rather than they've got to really, I've got to get these many conversions, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. No, it's conversations with targets, with people that are either thinking or selling their home. Obviously, if they're not in the market in the next month, 2 months, you're probably going to you need to put them on a list. But you need to get yourself in front of people. Now, we've had discussions before. You should join an agency where it's a brick and mortar agency. That's number one. Mm-hmm. And you want to engross yourself with an experienced agent, offer your services, offer that you're going to take out buyers, that you're going to do some open houses for that agent as an exchange, so he can tell you some of the ropes, because he will be able, or she will be able to tell you how many conversations each day, each week, and each month you probably will need in your particular market. Because all markets are different, so we can't here give you that. But that's why you want to join a brick and mortar agency, and that's why you want to engross yourself with one of the experienced agents. And the way you do that is offer your time to that experienced agent for a split, basically, of any commissions that you help that agent with.
Yeah, such a great way to glean and learn and also be productive, because you can earn an income by helping them, but it's also helping yourself. So yeah, I love that. And, a lot of people want to make $100,000 in a year, especially starting out in a new industry, but it takes work. It doesn't just happen. You got to have those conversations. You got to make those calls and emails and everything else. You
should have been thinking about this and looking at brokerages for 6 to 3 months before you even got your license. You should have gone around to these different brokerages, had conversations with the principals, with the new agent manager. You should have had a short list of 3 brokerages in your area that you were looking to join. You should have done some outreach to some of the experienced agents in those brokerages, found out the real, just don't go by the principal of the brokerage or the hiring manager. You want to talk to some of the more experienced agents at those brokerages. Totally. And then through that, and then you need to try and present yourself and get one of those experienced agents to agree to be a mentor, because to get to this 100,000 in your first year, you've got to be bloody motoring. You've got to you've got to have a plan.
Got to be driven and motivated.
And it's not going to be easy, but it is doable. But you got to do some pre-planning before you even got your license, if this is going to happen.
Yeah. And you know what? Talk to your local title company, escrow company, because they connect. I worked for a decade for one, and they know almost all the realtors, if not all of them, and what places are good to work out and kind of the strengths and weaknesses. So it's a good way to get some additional insight. So, All right. So thanks for watching. We'd love for you to like this video, subscribe so we could share more free resources with you, help you grow your business and be on this journey with you. And then also smash that notification bell so you get the updates and can continue to join us. So, all right. So the second thing is, do you have a system in place? Because if you develop enough leads, especially digitally, this can be pretty overwhelming when you have all these different ways you got to communicate back with people and follow up.
Probably won't happen in the first 6 months. It just depends what you're up to. But you got to, I probably should have worded that. You got to have a plan about how you're going to get so many leads in, how many conversations, how do you get those conversations? The mentor agent that hopefully you're working with will give you some outline of how many conversations per day, per week, per month you need. And he or she should be able to tell you if you've got your scripts, and they should help you with the scripts that work the best. By having those level of conversations, how many of those people are you going to convert into actual commission checks, right?
Yeah.
It's not jet science. And then you've got to split it up weekly. So you know how many of these conversations you're going to have, which will likely lead to one that turns into a commission check, because really you're looking for one commission check per week, right?
Yeah.
But most new agents the first year, they're lucky to get one commission check per month. Another tip, we've covered this, really realistically, not easy, but really you want at least 3 months in the bank to cover your expenses, helpful. Preferably 6 months, right? And you need a partner that's supportive. If you haven't got a bit of money in the bank and you haven't got a very supportive partner, this is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
To be truthful.
Yeah. And I mean, not everybody is social, outgoing. So networking is going to be harder for you. But even if you're introverted, those one-on-ones that you have, back to the system thing, when you're having those conversations, it is a great way to keep notes and keep tabs on who you're talking with, who you're meeting with, what results from it, any information and insight you get from it. And I just so happen to know a CRM and a different system here that Jonathan can also share about that can help you do that with mailright.com, because we have a few great plans.
Yeah, I totally agree. Just to finish off, how do you get the leads? Right, it's a combination of digital and traditional guerrilla marketing. Let's go through the digital. I would actually use Zillow myself to get the wheel moving, get the wagon moving. I actually would sign up for Zillow Premier. You got to know the beast that you're dealing with. We've done a couple of videos on it. There's plenty of other videos that tell you the reality of utilizing Zillow Premier, but that's why you need a bit of money in the kitty. Don't go potty on it. You're probably looking at anything between 250 to 500 a month, but it will help you get those initial checks, as initial commission, and get you in front of some people that are either selling or buying, right? So do you look at Zillow Premier to start off? The thing is, I wouldn't, but don't get hooked on it. That, just treat it as a way of getting the wagon moving in the first 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Because in those 3 to 6 months, you should be doing these other things so you can stop paying Zillow Premier, because too many agents just rely on one resource for their lead generation. That's a very bad idea.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket there.
So what should you be doing when it comes to the digital side? As a new agent, the thing to do is use video. Now, use YouTube, use Instagram, use Facebook. And the great thing of video, most agents have a great video camera in their phone. There's no, there's really great free editors out there. You don't have to edit it fantastic. You can get somebody on Fiverr to help you. It really isn't that hard. We've got plenty of videos on the Mel Wright YouTube channel that explains what type of videos you should be making.
Yeah,
right?
check those out.
The main thing is you've got to do some SEO research on the titles, because if you make videos and you don't title them correctly, they're not going to show up in YouTube, and YouTube is the main way to get this ball rolling. But there's a couple of SEO plugins that plug into your browser, Chrome or Firefox. The one I use is TubeBuddy. Another one is VidIQ. They both have plans that are not that expensive compared to more traditional SEO tools. That the ones that really work are pretty expensive. There are free ones, but in my experience, they don't work that well. But these two aren't that expensive for the paid versions. They do free versions, but you really want to cough up some money for the paid version because it's going to pay back big. And like I say, with VidIQ, the one you can start off with is $85 a year, and the TubeBuddy is around $50 a year. So we're not talking mega bucks here. They're not that hard to learn to use, and by utilizing them, you're going to make a big difference about how effective your videos are. The other thing is I would really fill out your Google profile. Like I say, you're going to be using Seo Premiere, so fill in the profile for you. Get some decent photography of yourself.
Quality matters.
Hire a student or somebody, but get some decent, up-to-date photos of you, because this is the main thing, one of the main resources that you're going to be utilizing when it comes to your digital marketing linked to your video marketing. And just hit them hard, but consistently, post on. The problem with Facebook is unless you put some money into it, not many people are going to see your videos. Instagram's better. TikTok, depending on if you're hitting millenniums, but it's normally Instagram or YouTube. They're the two that you want to hit with your videos, but tag them well. Now, the traditional side, like I say, get this mentor. Your main thing is to get your name out. One of the best ways of doing that is open houses. Most established agents don't like doing them, so if you volunteer to do them on Saturday and Sundays, look, folks, you've got to be realistic here. For the first year, most of your weekends have gone. You're going to be working them. If you want to get that, if you want to get that 100 grand, you're going to be working for that first year all your weekends.
Got to work it.
It's just the reality, and you're going to you really want to do open house on Saturday and Sunday. Murderous. It's easy for me to say, but it's just the reality, folks.
Yeah.
It's meeting people, it's getting getting their names, their email and name.
Yeah.
The way you make sure they give you a real email and a real name is you say you're going to do a draw at the end of the open house, and somebody's going to win a $50 Starbucks coupon, right? Gift. And that motivates people.
Some incentive.
Because otherwise if you ask them to fill in a form, or you should have an iPad and ask them to fill their name and address in that. And Mel Wright gives you a system aimed at doing that. Because that's
where our system would be beneficial, even in your first 3 months, if you can afford it, because it will just keep track of that stuff,
and it sends email to them automatically. But your brokerage probably your brokerage will insist you sign up to their digital system. It won't be fantastic, but it should have some element of a CRM. You want, at some stage, you need to get your own. That's when you should look at MailRite. But being you're starting off and the brokerage is going to insist that you buy their one, they're not going to ask you. That's going to be part of the monthly fee that they're going to charge you. You should use that to start off with, right? But your main aim is to meet people, build up your database so you can market them, do the videos, join Zillow Premier, do the things I've just outlined. That will start getting the ball. That will start not only getting leads from Zillow Premier, but it will start, you'll get your own leads. If you do this consistently, in 6 months, you'll start getting some consistent deals done, and you'll be off and you get the ball rolling. What do you reckon?
Yeah, agree. And I wasn't even going to go here, but when it comes to the social media aspect, make sure you're being social, like interact with people, engage with them, like, follow, react, comment. Those are all things that will force the AI and things to pop them up on your news feeds, so they're more familiar.
Yeah, because we want to keep this short and sweet, Adam. This is why
these are good practical tips, though. If you are trying to reach people, I 100% guarantee this is how I was going to add some
to it, Adam. I was going to cut you off.
Well, Adam, no, let me finish real quick. This is how I got into top producers without making a single phone call. Is I connected with them online. So that's where it comes to the digital marketing, where traditional is great too. Mail's great, email's great. Like, they all work to a certain degree.
What I think is a great combination, Adam, is doing what you just said. But this is the reason why, as long as you don't have a pandemic and everything's closed, this is why this is why you want to go to all these business events. You want to go to any social. You need to scour your online resources and find any social event, any business event that's free, and you want to put it in your Google Calendar and go to it and hand out your cards. Don't push yourself on anybody. Just have conversations. Get their card, get their contact details if it's possible. Bun it into your CRM, which your brokerage has provided you with. Get it all in there and start marketing to those people and start commenting, start outreaching to those people that you've met through social media. And what Adam's just said, you'll start getting benefits, but you've got to have a plan of action, folks. It just ain't going to happen without you thinking about it and being methodical.
So that might be our biggest point today, is that one with the systems and leads and things. But what about going into some time blocking? I know you kind of talked a little bit about that.
You need to block some time off either first thing in the morning to bun all these people into the CRM that your brokerages has pushed upon you. You need to. This is why your weekends are going to be filled with open houses. The weeks, the midday, afternoon, early evenings are going to be going to all these free events. The mornings is going to be blocking time off to follow through with phone calls to the people that you've met at the free, and also putting those leads into a CRM. So you're building up your database. On Monday morning, it's get all the names and addresses from the open houses. You put into your CRM. You follow up the ones that seem to be warm with a phone call. You plan a weekly structure. You stick to it. I say, you got to have your target. How many conversations you need each day, each week, each month, which your mentor agent has told you you need to do to get so many actual commission checks.
To reinforce kind of all of this, I have a good friend, Tim, who is a fly fisher guide. And when I go fishing with him, he casts, not even kidding, probably 100 times more than I cast. and he probably catches 10 times more fish than I catch. But it's because he's going out there, he's being active, he's going after it. So the more you do these things, the more it's going to turn results and create leads for you.
Totally agree, Adam. And one last thing, if you want to chat with me or Adam, you can just go to the mel-wright.com. The link will be in the show notes for this video, and you can book a free half-hour chat with either me or Adam, and I'm more than happy just to give you some general advice. It won't be no hard sell. You've got any questions about MailRight, more than happy to answer them. But if you're just looking for some advice, you can always book that for a half hour, and it's totally free.
Yep. And we're here for you. We do these because we want to help grow your business. So check out our plans. And when you get to that point and you want a demo, we'd love to show you more about those. And I think that wraps up today's subject. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, smash that notification bell so you get more of our videos into your feed. And we will see you next time. Thanks again.